sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah.
That's spelled D-I-L-L-I-G-A-F, Dilligaff, and this is what it means. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligaff? Am I being direct enough, Dilligaff? It's just another way of saying I couldn't give a fucking rat's ass, mate. And do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligaff? Your turn. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligaff?
What are we looking at? Well, NIHAP sent me 90-minute Imperial IPA. I don't think in the past any of them other than the 120 was actually considered an Imperial. I could be wrong. I really wish that our Dogfish Head supply up here in the Nordland was a little bit stronger than it is, but it's not. Haven't even seen the one. Yes, God, yes. What? So I got the bottle opener. Sorry. Try to contain myself. Oh, just look at that deep Imperial color. It's got a really nice look to it. The beer's not bad either. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Right now in Duluth it's 66 degrees and cloudy. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 71 and a low of 56.
What, no chance of rain?
Although there's only a low chance of rain in Duluth today, there's a moderate chance of rain on Wednesday from around 5 p.m. until Thursday around 1 a.m.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Alright, I can play that on Google Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube Music.
No, you can't.
Which one do you want to use?
I don't want you to do anything. I said thank you.
It looks like the only apps available on your phone are Google Podcasts, Spotify,
Hey, Google.
and YouTube Music.
Do me a favor. Shut up.
Sorry, I couldn't find the app you wanted. But in the meantime, playing the latest episode of That's Awesome with Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson, Top 10 GH Moments.
Hey, Google.
Do you agree on Google Podcasts?
Hey Google. Stop. No, don't. Hey Google. Shut off the fucking music. It was then, Your Honor. It has just kind of almost like a fresh hoppiness. Cheers. Oh yeah. That taste is a lot, or should I say the smell and the taste are a lot alike. That's pretty good. Has a little bit of sweetness. It's almost reminding me a little bit of the Bell's Hop Slam minus that honey, but it still has some kind of a sweetness to it. Me likey. Okay, first First is Smile Money saying first, and of course Hector has to say second. Then Rich says second, Bean second. Then Hector is third, saying moo because he's a little bitch. Then Clyde says smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I have nothing to do. Then he says whiskey and revolution for all. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. And yes, I have a duty. I would duty all over that. And Clyde, I think I'm going to take you up on that. I didn't even look to see how this is even spelt. I'm guessing the way it should be, which is wrong for you, especially the Canadian. Yep. There is no E. Be nice if there's some E in that, but there's no E in this. Well, it doesn't really look like it, but I had a few glasses of this during Locked and Loaded, and you know that thing, beer and orange juice, beer and tomato juice. You know, Clyde, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I think I'm going to do this and snort me a line of worm dust. The mystery of mezcal. Oh look, even comes with some. You are holding in your hands one of the most legendary drinks in the world. It's mystic, created over 100 years ago. Well, or follows it to the day. What is mezcal? It has given it such an avid following. What makes it so unique? The beginning, the 16th century, and then we move on. The legend, the worm. Traditional way, the worm isn't there for looks. It's meant to be eaten, because it is believed that by many that within the worm lies the key. Some say it unlocks the door to the world of wondrous experiences. Others say it sets free a spirit of celebration. Stay gay, Hector. Still others say eating the worm locks in enchantment. Those are enchanting. This seems so special, it almost seems like it needs to stay with it. I don't know. It could be just me, but this particular batch, I could be wrong, but it just seems like we're in a doing a shot kind of mode. I mean, why can't we just do it old school here? Oh, I tell you right now. Last thing I did was retrieving a very, very hot Taurus 1911 slide out of the ultrasonic cleaner, and now I just licked my hand. So let's do this. This is the stuff that lemon slices were made for. That's good. Oh, the old school stuff is never disappointed me. So, what have I done today? Well, I completely disassembled the slide on the Taurus 1911, packed up all of its bits, and vacuum sucked them so that I have everything in one spot, not in like a tray or something, and then lose the shit. I really like the vacuum sealer. I just wish that I had purchased some better plastic. It's like everything pierces it. If I'm not careful where it's touching this, maybe this happens to everything. Maybe there's no such thing as a quality in a vacuum seal bag, but it's like, I like vacuum sealing ammunition, and I constantly, like right here, like eventually, probably before this needs to come out of this bag, the corner of the frame is going to puncture the bag and it'll have lost suction. But I'm going to rejoice until then. Why did I do that? Because completely stripped the slide down, and it is going to Armor Guard holsters to get hydro dipped. I also have another slide that belongs to Mr. Brown, so when I get that gun from him, I need to break that completely down, and I hope it goes better than this. I was able to break the screw loose for the back sight. These are Heine sights, really old Heine sights. Obviously, there's also something special about a Taurus 1911 because the dovetail is completely different. I have 3 different sets of sights, and not a single one of them could replace this. Hopefully, the ones that I have don't look too bad. The front set screw, by the way, they used red Loctite on everything. Damn it. And I surprisingly was able to get the back set loose. It's also a bigger set screw, bigger Allen wrench, more material. The front one is like the second smallest one that I have, or had, because I destroyed 3 of them getting this apart, and ended up just having to say, fuck it, doused it down in oil, and then pounded the shit out of it to get it off. Once I was able to get off, I also ended up with the one of my Allen wrenches, which was destroyed, was stuck in the screw, and I could not get it to come out of there no matter what I did, and that's why I resorted to just pounding the thing off of here. Somewhere in the process of hitting it as hard as I could, the broken off part of the wrench flew out, and I was able to, now that it was off, instead of trying to back it out, I continued on, which worked. And then I covered it in cutting oil, and I ran the set through it a couple times. So, there was nothing about taking this apart. Normally, if you've ever taken a 1911 apart, you on a Series 70, you push up on the firing pin catch and push the firing pin in and let go, and it locks it in place, and then you just simply can use your finger. Sometimes you just use a set by sticking it in the firing pin hole and just dragging it down and disassembling it. Once again, I had to hit a part back here. Hopefully I can, I'm gonna have to either shine it up and make it look shiny, like, I don't know what else is in here that doesn't look the part. Oh my, never mind. Or see if I can get some, even if I have to rattle can it. I have never, then once I got that off, I was able to just take the firing pin and the spring and everything out of it, and now I could not get the extractor to come out of it. That was seized in its hole. Every time it came out, it would get so far and stop, but I could easily push it back in. But finally, just using a bigger hammer, I was able to get that out. So this is ready to go to Pete, And maybe tomorrow, if not Monday, I will get the 1911 from David, and hopefully, see, I just wanted to send a couple of fucking Glock slides. Why? Because I can take those apart in the dark, maybe even while I'm asleep. And yet, instead of a nice simple Glock, I am going to be sending two 1911s, and I truly hope I do no damage. But I did tell David, if it goes this way, we might be replacing the sights on your 1911 when it comes back. And he said, I am absolutely okay with that. Like, the reason I'm offering this gun up is because, and the thing is, what it was is it was a friend of his who went through gunsmithing, and this was the project 1911 that he built. It looks like shit. It seems like it's pretty accurate, and it seems like it runs pretty good. And then David laser engraved in the side of it, author and David J. Brown, that kind of shit. You're still going to be able to see that through the hydro dip, but yeah, it's David, if you hear me say this, it's you know what? If for some reason, and I'm not saying this because we already know, if something ever happens to you, I've already called dibs on one, and it's the one on your side. I wouldn't want this gun, but it would still be a good like truck gun. It could even be a good like work carry gun, with the exception for a 4 1/4 inch commander size 1911. It weighs the same as an anvil, which is probably why it shoots fairly accurate. Then I finished assembling the side charger, put the gas tube in the gas block, stuck it up my ass. Then I used, I really wanted to just use a peel washer, but the peel washers that I have from Mr. Huber look like a fucking fender washer, and I don't know the best way to. I used one before, and I tried shaving around and pulling it off, and it just looks like I used an aluminum can. So I just used the crush washer. It is actually timed the way I prefer. I talked to John about this, and I go, out of curiosity, John, do you have a preference on the timing of the Huber brake? And he goes, I guess I really haven't thought about it, but now that you ask, if I was to pick, if it worked out, I would be most happy with the upper row being back as far as possible, which is that configuration versus that configuration. So it just mysteriously worked out okay. And something that I realized I didn't even check until just before I turned the camera on, and that's lock back on the last round, which it does. And this one's got the fiber optics that I got from Fiatchi. I still have to rattle can that off of there. I hate that. I don't give a shit if that said Battle Arms Development. No. Yes. No. Yes. I wouldn't do that. No. So got the 45-degree ambi safety selector that I got from Mike, and I have the silver extended mag release that I got from Mike. Mama. This one, I don't know. One of the two of these would probably be a good candidate for the stuff on the top of the KS-47. Like I said, I know it's me, and I know it doesn't hurt to have something that just has open sights on it, but it just seems like a waste. Why did they put all of this on here if you don't utilize it? Smile money. Speaking of smile money, I freaking smile moneyed something during Locked and Loaded Live last night. And before anyone says, what a dick, I left Joey and John in charge, and it was John himself that said, go, you need to fix it. I can't take looking at it. I understand fully what your problem is. And that would be my favorite off-duty conceal and carry that I got from David J. fucking Brown. And I made it look like it's supposed to look. Just a fuzzy, like maybe one of her fuzzies, right below the surface with the set screw. During Locked and Loaded, John said, just go take care of it, we got this. Came down here, wow, look at the size of those nipples. Took it out and did exactly what I would have done if I was the one that put these sights on this gun. Took the set screw up, went over to the bench grinder, took it down to that length, and then spun it. Well, it's because I had it on the wrench, thing's only that big. Spun it at a 45-degree angle to remove any burrs and make it so that you can start it. Yes, one of personal favorites. So that I could easily start it. I put a little blue Loctite on it and put it back in there. Oh, speaking of that, and as for that guy, on the gas block is 2 set screws, and I used actually for the first time. I used, what is it called, Rock Set? Yeah, I used Rock Set. This is made, red Loctite, if you want to take red Loctite loose, yeah, heat it up. So if you had a gas block that you said, I want to get rid of this and switch it over to an adjustable gas block, all you need to do is go out to the range, do a couple mag dumps, grab your Allen wrench, and spin that bitch right off of your gun. This is specifically made for this situation, and it came highly recommended by a few people. I think saw some of my older videos and said, "Oh my God, you're using red Loctite on a gas block?" So Rock Set. It's just a. Look at the viscosity of that, Cobra. Could be vodka. I don't remember. I ordered this a few years ago, and I think this was the first time I've used it. So hopefully we don't have to switch this out to an adjustable gas block, because I'm not quite sure what magical juice you have to use to get that off of the gun. It seems like it gets hard as you heat it up, and I know exactly how that happens. Even more so. You know what? I know some of you. I'm just doing it for me. You know what? If you don't care, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play the stay or next game. This is a personal favorite. I am gambling that the next one's a redhead, but I'm holding. Hold or go. I'm holding. And just for the record, that means another unfired, completed firearm in the collection. See, I'm okay with that. And again, I'm not holding. I'm next. Is this which we would not want to by accidentally do the chamber it thing, because this is actually chambered in 300 blackout, and I guess I've had this for years now. At one point in time, I thought I had a box of 300 blackout, and I have no idea what happened. Those look very nice and playful, but I am next. Again, look, something with chest open sights. And to boot, I believe these are a set of counterfeit Magpul flip-ups. What a bunch of hooky. I think these are counterfeit. I believe the last set of next the last set that I actually purchased purposely was on my DRG manufacturing build. Love that rifle. Is the scope that's on there overkill? Way overkill. As a matter of fact, that would have probably I think that would have almost been a better candidate than see what would happen here. Smile Money, just hold with me on this one. The scope on the DRG manufacturing, which is an elite from Bushnell, not anything to do with their lesser line. These ones are made in-house. Yeah, they're a nice scope. So I would take the scope off the DRG manufacturing and put that on the Mosin. I would then take the elite Bushnell that is on the Mosin, because that has the whole MRAD bullet drop Christmas tree looking motherfucking thing, and that would probably be best back where it originally started on the JP, and then the $3,200 US optics that's on the JP should go on to the 7 Psalm. And right now, Smile Money's typing between the 3 of those rifles, how many bullets have gone down range in the last 5 years. Touche, I get it. But that is going to change for sure when Sharky's here. I will put some rounds downrange, but in all honesty, anybody that's ever been here for our shoots, I get the most pleasure out of going like this. Enjoy. That's why I want to have the ammunition, so that Sharky can enjoy. So, like always, the one thing that sucks complete dick is the charging handle, even if I get one of these inexpensive ones, but I do like the big paddle ambi charging handles. This is just all I had. It's going through the drawer, and hey, I found a pin that I had ordered from Brownells for a gas tube. So I have 2 mid-length gas tubes and 1 pin. So I do have a couple of tubes on hand. So maybe while Sharky's here, I might look into grabbing a box or 2 of 300 Blackout and trying this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm behind on the pass or stay game. I'm gonna pass, even though I think those boobs are real. Smile Money. Wait, the knife of the month was designed by a guy that couldn't find exactly what he wanted. Well done, Eric. So he designed a knife that looked and functioned just like 1,000 other knives. I'm going to address that in a second, Smile Money. I'm going to lead with Cobra's comment. Perfect comment. You stay the fuck out of this, okay? Back to Smile Money. I'm going to go with no comment. I don't know. I just get the feeling that this chick would be fun on a Saturday night. I'm going to hold. Smile Money. And your carry knife was sharp and stabby. Very nice. Yes. I'm not in my jammies right now, so that one is actually upstairs. Personally on me, I have the knife that Zeus, I take it with a badge of honor that this has all sorts of signs of wear. I do not have signs of abuse. I have not used this to save myself from a pack of poisonous ducks or actively aggressive chain link fences or anything like that. It's used to cut shit, but it's in my pocket, and it's always with me, except for in my jammies. And I also have my one of my absolute favorite knives, the Real Steel front flipper. It's kind of like front butt, but completely different. I will say it does take a little bit to, get used to the fact that you need to flip and get the hell out of its way. I own 2 things from Real Steel, and I absolutely, if I were to lose this, I would. They were review items, battle box. But if I lost this or the fixed blade, I absolutely would replace it. The fixed blade's my favorite. And I think it has the damn best sheath system, period. I wish all my knives had the sheath system that has. Mike says, cheers, boy. Cheers, Mike. Oh, shit, I wasn't playing the game. This is unfair. I will 2 for 1. I am gambling that the next girl is hotter than spending the night with these 2. My money. The only people I knew that drank pickle juice were football players to help with cramps when playing in extreme heat. Actually, Smile Money, as you already know, because you do have, medical... Oh, damn it. No, I would have rather had the other 2. So this is a pass. The pickle juice is absolutely supposed to be there. If you're someone that easily experiences cramps, now, I don't know why, maybe since I've really, really stayed up on top of hydration, I haven't had a bad one in almost a year. Oof. That looks like a bit too much fun. I am going to have to pass. I've had some cramps so bad that at that moment in time, I think I would have welcomed death. If you have had bad cramps, like especially in your legs, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was laying in the hallway outside the bedroom door I prefer the one on the left. The one on the right, she looks okay, but she really looks like she's going to go full Nancy Pelosi and just be one nasty ass bitch when she gets older. So, you know what? I'm just going to, I change my mind. I'm passing. I'm passing on both. Oh my God, yes. Well played, me. Now I'm holding. I'd love to be holding. I'd like to be an orange strap. I mean, can you even imagine that if she walked away from the pool, that there's no way those titties are staying where they are? But I'm okay with that. See, I held, and I'm passing. I mean, it could be unbelievable on the other side, but I can't go with the unknown, especially in the scenario of love. Christine was a blind date, so I guess I sort of have to take that back. That was an outstanding blind date. Pete over at the Armory Channel. I wish I could get like $10 every time he sent me a picture with the words "next." I mean, like right before we went live. Yeah, pickle juice. If you're a person that's prone to cramps, absolutely. They even have a product. It's in the refrigerated section, and it's absolutely supposed to. I mean, I don't know. Smile Money, somehow I feel that it's cheating to have it with beer, but whatever. In all honesty on those, I would get them again. I I can't do them straight. They're way too overwhelming. To dilute it with say a lager or something like that. I mean, even one was a wheat beer, so it's still mixed okay. It diluted it down and it got me back to like maybe the last pickle beer that I had. But yeah, this one has to stop cramps, for God's sakes. God, pass. I know, might be a mistake, but run what you brung. See, fucking that up. Suspense is killing me. Should I have stayed? No, we're good. Mike, I would love to have the whole except the tent stakes battle box 102 for myself. I've seen the battle box video yesterday. See, Mike, I was saying to myself, me and Christine don't go camping. Every tent that I've ever received, I've passed on to somebody else. I think she's going to also not age well, but I'm okay with that. I mean, only need like 15 to 17 seconds anyway. But the stakes would be good for everything from, say you wanted to put a banner that said, yeah, we've already seen her. She just, the low point is the face, but that's why we have electricity and we can just turn it off going to the bedroom light. What was I saying? Oh, the stakes. For instance, we have a canopy that we use when we have our little get-togethers if it's a really hot sunny day, and that would be just a thing that, like, say, throw in with that. Which reminds me, I'm supposed to look for that because Christine and David have a book signing in Meadowlands, Minnesota next weekend, and it's supposed to be really nice. So I'm really looking forward to. It's like a 47-minute ride, taking Vivian and heading out on the highway and stopping up and visiting the two of them. Oh, sorry, I got out of the loop. Pass. Moving on. Maybe not. Wow. Holding. I'm holding. I think this is the girl from the red dress picture. Oof. Almost looks like the same girl, but this one's a little heavier set, and she has prison tats. Salty says, open your mind and let the naked in. EMT says, pour over coffee is awesome, but it is a pita to make. That would be a pain in the ass, and I don't remember. Yes, I'm just yes on her. Just yes. I want to soak her strawberries in milk. Mike says, well, Eric, you have plenty of fire starter paper. Jesus God, seriously? Hector, back of Matt's head. Pass. No, you mean top of Matt's head while you're holding his ears. Tom, Michelob Matt will feel better if he comes out of the closet. We don't judge. I just had a terrible mental image. And I'm going to save you all what I'm going through right now, but by not telling you. Mike says, that damn dog Marshall, loves that sweet Sam. Yeah, like going on a walkabout if she's not in the house. Out the window. Smile Money, Justin knows you put it on a gun that you use really, really infrequently. Laugh out loud. Put the gun down the road. I can put it to use. No, trust me. Everything I have is for sale. I mean, some very, very collectible stuff that gets my heart going Peter Patter, but shit, for the right amount of money, it all must go. Actually, one of the easiest things to get rid of would probably be Justin's rifle. No, that's Brad's girl. She comes used and sticky. Bad! Greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Fucking Hector. Hector! To keep Marshall in, get a 3/4 inch electrical conduit. Put a couple of sections, drill holes at the ends, and screw them across the window frame. I had to do that to keep my indoor house destroyers. Oops, I mean cats in. Cheap and easy. I really I don't think Sam wants the inside of her house to look like she's trying to keep her love slaves from escaping. Mike, I wish Heine Specialties would send me some straight 8 sights for test and evaluation. Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to hold. Heine Specialties just seems to be an incredible... I mean, obviously they didn't see if anybody actually watches my videos. Actually, you guys, by collective nature, watch more... There's more views that would happen over here. So, the problem is I'm not exactly sure that I would want them to... I mean... Don't like the tattoos. Those are fake. I'll pass on that. But yeah, the Heine Specialties. It's nice when your favorite set of sights is run by a company that actually, as Joey would say, acts human. I will have to hold here, or hold that, or hold something. EMT Rail Fan, do you know the difference between a lima bean and a chickpea? I never had a lima bean on my face. So, unlike being a normal woman, are you saying this is a challenge because her vagina is locked up? Or this is just what the future of your relationship will be like? On the other hand, the key is right there. And he says... Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden! He never had a lima bean on his face. Huh. Bad? Oh, laugh out loud. It's a box of brown paper. I was really starting to wonder if somebody forgot to put something in the box. Seems how by yes. Yes. Seems how it was actually tucked up against this side and the paper went on forever. J-Dog is here at work. Rich Huff says, notifications on my phone seem very randomly delayed. Yes. I am not always on my computer when Eric hearts my responses. Okay, I just have to say this out loud, because if anybody wins the lottery, please let me know. One of the things that Christine, starting all the way back when we did the woman's build, she wanted that rifle, and yet she knew that there was no way it was achievable, because we're the ones doing the fundraiser. So there's absolutely no way the person that's doing the fundraiser can end up with said item. So she was very, as David would say, she was very weepy. Now, it is coming to light that the woman's build is now going to be on the market. Rich Huff really wants a 10 millimeter 2011 pistol, but yet he is not happy at all with the offerings from Rock Island. I cannot change his viewpoint. He says he had an accuracy issue. I would actually, Rich, when you're here, I would love you to shoot these and tell me what you think. Is it a typical problem with Rock Island? Because I can't say that I would agree with the comment. My Rock Island was inaccurate. I have my 2011 single stack, and I have my 2011 double stack with the threaded barrel. And what Rich wants is a 2011 as a possible trade for the woman's build. And Rich, all I can tell you is one of the things that even sometimes I like to put aside my own personal greed, knowing how badly Christine wanted that rifle, to the point where we had actually discussed ordering all of the parts and doing a second build just for her. And yeah, so I'd like to figure out a way to be able to get that rifle for Christine. The only offerings that I have in a 2011 style 10 millimeter are both firearms from a company that you said you don't want anything to do with, and I can appreciate your thoughts on that. I've never noticed an issue with performance from those, but not to mention I love a company that has a no bullshit lifetime warranty. When I sent the red gun in, they changed out all of the springs, which weren't the problem, and upgraded to the best of the fiber optic sight setup on it at no charge. So yes, the two things I now have on my I must do for Christine is come up with the motorcycle that she wants, and the woman's build. Wow. I'll take the one in the black dress. Bad says, I like the straight 8s, but I love Heine. So 1911 looks like it has suppressor height sights and maybe I don't know what that is. And nice everything else. Cheap old gun guy. We have nothing to fear but the government itself.
Joe Biden!
And Hector says, and Miles naked. Poco says, F5, I think. Hang on. The top panel has fallen onto the numbers, and I can't... Seriously? F5 is a miss that has already been called as a miss. Mr. 27 says 34th. Then he says, nice intro, babe. Then he says, where art through is thy brubomi. I don't know, there's just something erotically disturbing about those lips. Mr. 27, pickle brew, huh? McLean, I say that's 20 inches of packing paper, or 20 feet, sorry, 20 feet of packing paper. No, I'm not going to check now, but I will try to. McLean, smile money, get off Matt's back. I just did. Smile money back to him. Lucky I have never seen him in person. I don't want him to be destroyed by his super fighting skills. You keep giving him what he needs, laugh out loud. McLean says back, yet one more reason you should leave the boy alone. He will wipe the floor with you, buddy. Smile money back. I let my wife handle my light work. Besides, at 66, my fighting days are behind, but like the country song, I may not be as good as I once was, but I am as good once as I ever was. Provocative. McLean with another chain of sub-comments. Eric, there are these house attic fans. It's a big fan with an exhaust hose that dumps the hot air out of the attic vent. It's supposed to be the cat's pajamas. Wade says, where I live, there are in all the older houses. Hector says, I don't wear pajamas. McLean to Wade, because why waste your time responding to Hector? Oh, hello, Wadrick. You're looking well. See, she looks okay in this picture. McLean, whenever I cut anything threaded, I run 2 nuts on first, and then after the cut, the nut chases the threads. Yeah, that's fucking great. But you remember the thing was the length of Matt's penis, right? I see nipples. Zeus, necessity and alcohol are the mother of all naked inventions. See, McLean, if you do it right in the first place, you don't have to have a couple of nuts to chase anything. But I understand why you would like to have a couple of nuts chase you. Sharky, lovely intro babe packages and what appears to be a Gen 1 Celtic sub 2000 on deck. Are all the screws still in that thing? I don't know. Yes. Sharky, that's very nice. A Mora knife, Bushcraft Black or Garberg knockoff. But yeah, agreed. That's my kind of knife. Also box is rather good. I do like it. Mora knives. Yes. See, Sharky, It's too bad that they frown on a knife as your carry-on, because there's a few things here waiting for you. Sharky, Sam needs some expanded metal fitted window things to protect the bug screens. Dogs need education and training. That's why I like cats. Cats train us, mere mortals. Yes. You know, you're probably right. The problem is that shit's expensive. On my half-ton gasser Dodge, it's got the like cross and then the big sections, and one of them, one of the slats was broken. I wanted to cut those all out and just put blacked out expanded metal behind there, and I started looking at prices, and I'm just like, I am not going to spend $200 to do this. We'll just continue on with the broken parts. That looks like a very expensive 1911. That looks like the one that Matt has been looking at. Silver and blued grips, blued beaver tail, blued hammer. I'm sorry, baby. I'm going to take that gun over you. It's definitely worth more. Sharky, I bet you love that David hand-me-down Smith. I do. Hell yes. It isn't a hand-me-down. I bought this bitch. That's because he was so pissed off because Smith & Wesson treated him like shit. I've got 2 more Smiths in the safe to prove it. But here's the funny thing. He's thinking about buying another one of these. Heard it here first. Yep, I'm sitting on 2 more. Really sexy one that Christopher bought, and a lovely one that Nihat purchased. Either one of those I would not be upset to be the owner of. Actually, talked about that with David this morning. I said I'm thinking about doing a car fire Ben and trading Christopher's Smith & Wesson Performance Center to Rich Huff in exchange for the woman's build. Would I do such a thing for a friend? To get the woman's build for Christine? I'd think about it. I'd only think about it. I'm allowed to think about it. Thinking about it right now. Here we are at the end. Sharky, if I was that gunsmith fiddling with the sight and the screw, I would just call my customer and ask them what they want. It's not that hard. Also having the customer make me tweak that screw to fit it flush. Spent time is a thing, and it will increase the bill. What a prick. I'm not having you work on shit. No, but he's right. How hard would it be? If it was me, I would have had to. You know what? I would not even have called. Yes, Sharky. I paid $47 to have them swap the sights out, which technically he had done this one, the Pearson Precision, already. He removed it thinking that I was on top of things, which I wasn't, because I listened to David. And he went to go put the one that I had, which coincidentally, I gotta figure out what this will go on, because what I have is another one of the ledge models. Yeah, you can't see it in there. I have to say, I'm not disappointed, because now I can show you what both look like. But if it actually came down to, do you want the Slope Pro or do you want the Ledge Pro? I really like the Ledge Pro that's on Ed's gun, but I'm not upset that these are on here. These are just made to be. See, that's the ironic part. They're made to be on your EDC gun, and they knew it was going on an EDC gun, which is why they recommended these sights. And that way, nothing can snag. Well, what the hell? That thing was sticking up over 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, Sharky, if I was the gunsmith and I backed that thing down, I wouldn't even have thought about it. I would have done what I did. I spent about, well, if you want to watch Locked and Loaded, if I wouldn't have been, drinking and I just came down here and was adequately focused, but I didn't want to overdo it. So I took a little bit off, I cleaned up the threads and I installed it, and it was too long. Went back over there, took a little bit more off of it, cleaned off the threads, and then did the install and realized it was still sticking up a little bit too much. And for the third time, so 3 times, I was down here less than 5 minutes total. Less than. If I would have just marked the thing with a little silver Sharpie, I would have known exactly how much to take off the very first time, and I wouldn't have had to go test, grind. But the bottom line is, for roughly 5 minutes of my time, I would have had this as the end result, and I would have, just like you said, I would have charged them, instead of $47, maybe I would have charged them $57. And then when I said, why'd you charge me $10 more than you charged David for the install on his gun, I would have said, well, your set screw is sticking up way too much, and stop talking, we're good. The only reason that this was even a question yesterday is I assumed that maybe they used red Loctite or something to lock that thing in place, and it doesn't look like any Loctite was used at all. It has Loctite on it now, and it's cut to the right depth. I really don't see any money in being a gunsmith. Like right now, Miles wants to do his gunsmithing. I personally know 2 people that have given it up. One of them does hydroponics and hot peppers, and the other one, I don't even know what the hell the other one is even doing. There's just unless the world turns around, it's a no money thing. Me, I wish I had the tools and the skill set for myself. Being able to maintain stuff. Sure, if someone wanted to give me $100 to do this or that, and I felt comfortable doing it, I just don't want to fuck up someone's stuff. But I definitely learned today that sight pusher that I showed you a while back, the universal one that I was sent by the Chinese, what a fucking complete sack of shit. Take out the words universal. Put the words Glock in there, we probably have a completely different scenario. But that is a little ass. It's just, it wasn't really expensive, but it comes mainly, the handle for cranking it around unscrews, and the end of it is made for removing the screw for the front sight on a Glock. Huh. Yeah, I haven't tried it for the Glock yet, but as a universal sight pusher, fuck that. But the problem is a good sight pusher is they're not cheap. And basically what I need is a really good one for a 1911. Because I think if you have something set up for a 1911, you're probably good for just about everything else. That front sight, yes. That front sight is definitely touchy. I personally had a guy once tell me, oh, what is so wrong, man? If you have to, you just put a little, lubricant or, something on it, and then you just tap it off. 2 hours later, that's when he realized he fucked up, and when he was hammering, it broke the sight in two and had to order another one. Oh my goodness. Okay, last comment before we go to the club. Sharky saying, SH, she's great. Try to find me the best one for the end, girl. You know, NIHAP, thank you. Appreciate it. The Imperial 90-minute from Dogfish Head is, it has a creamier or almost butter smooth. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's like 9%. I mean, we're talking about mess you up, but it's good. It's very smooth. It doesn't. It has a real natural hoppiness to it. It doesn't have a tropical fruit, and it has. I don't know what they're using for it developing its sweetness, but it's very good. It's very good. If I saw this at the store, I would definitely purchase this for, one or two after work, sitting out back having a beer, talking with Mike. I know this is coming from me, the guy that really doesn't like IPAs, but I'd give this a 9.5. Speaking of that, Mike's probably wondering where I am. I'm supposed to drink and smoke. Going to the club. 4 of you in here. No Hector. What the hell? Oh, little gift from God, Hector. Rich Huff says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich, you holder of the gateway to happiness. Salty says, 2 nakeds are better than 1. Smile Money says, it's another club meeting. Cheers. And Zeus says, cheer Warriors. Absolutely, Zeus. My brother. That's it. Okay. Just to warn you, I will not be alone tomorrow. A little time with the Mat Man.